but she put her hands on me. I have a lawyer. I am a lawyer.
Well, that's
I
fine,
am a
but
lawyer.
You've been smoking here. You know that very well, don't you?
Yes, I'm sorry, but you do not put your hands on me. You do not put your hands on me. You do not put your hands.
Peter Kobe Nguyen lit up more than just an e-cig on a recent American Airlines flight. He lit the internet on fire, caught vaping mid-air, caught yelling mid-aisle, and now caught in a web of backlash? Nguyen's bizarre attempt to play the victim is turning into one of the wildest celebrity flight dramas of the year. It all started aboard an American Airlines flight when Peter Nguyen, who calls himself an AI expert, celebrity pickleball coach, and agent, was caught smoking an e-cigarette in the lavatory. That alone would have been enough to cause a stir, but what happened next turned this into a viral circus. When a flight attendant attempted to open the lavatory door, Nguyen burst out shouting, "She assaulted me, y'all." Passengers nearby were stunned as he flipped from offender to victim in seconds. Instead of quietly accepting the consequences, he whipped out his phone and started recording, loudly claiming he had 25,000 followers and threatening to go public. What was supposed to be a routine flight quickly became a chaotic scene of entitlement, vaping, and viral drama. Nguyen didn't stop at just yelling. He doubled down, telling the flight crew and other passengers that he had a social media following of 25,000 people and threatening to post the video. "I have a lawyer. I'll call the police," he shouted, turning what should have been an apology into a personal PR war. He claimed the flight attendant touched him and tried to make it look like he was the one being wronged. Instead of de-escalating, he kept shouting through the aisle, demanding justice and threatening legal action mid-flight. This wasn't just a case of nicotine withdrawal. It was a full-blown influencer meltdown, and it was all caught on camera. While some passengers recorded in silence, others watched in disbelief as he turned the cabin into his own stage, believing his celebrity status made him untouchable. Once the video hit the internet, the backlash was immediate and brutal. Users across platforms like X, Instagram, and Reddit tore Nguyen apart. One commenter wrote, "Ban him for life." Another said, "It's disgusting how influencers use their platforms to bully regular workers." Many defended the flight attendant, saying she was simply doing her job and that Nguyen acted entitled and aggressive. Some even called for him to be banned from flying permanently. The most viral comment mocked his self-given title, "Celebrity Pickleball Coach? Please." Others pointed out that 25,000 followers is hardly influencer status and blasted him for using it like a weapon. The internet had no sympathy. Instead, people rallied behind the flight attendant, calling her a hero for staying calm while being publicly berated. Nguyen tried to play the victim, but the public wasn't buying it.
I was actually sitting on the toilet and you were opening the door.
I don't care.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
You can keep saying you're sorry, but I care
I got
about all
it.
these
Yes,
passengers.
I got it.
Okay, so it'll be on you, and I
Yes.
see your recording
That's fine.
right
You're not
now.
allowed to do that.
Doing
Did you
that.
put your hands on me? She just put her hands on
No,
me.
she did
Yes, she
not.
did. She put her hands on
Why
me.
are
She
you
tried to grab my phone.
You're not supposed
No,
to be
but
smoking
yes, but
in
she
here.
put her hands on me. I have a lawyer. I am a lawyer.
Well, that's
I
fine,
am
but
a lawyer.
You've been smoking here. You know that very well,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes, I'm sorry, but you do not put your hands on me. You do not put your hands on me. You do not put your hands on me. I have 25,000 followers. I have 25,000 followers that are going to watch this. Yes, I know. That's my bad. Yes, you did. You pulled it right over my chest. Yes, I have it on video. I was recording. So do you want me to release this, or you want to say sorry to me right now? Say sorry. Do not touch me. You do not get to touch a passenger. And I was in the restroom. You were opening the door. No. I'm actually going to call the police when I get back to the ground on you. Yes, you do not put your hands on a passenger. You do not put your hands on a passenger.
I hear you.
You reached over me. You tried to grab my phone. You assaulted me. She assaulted me. This flight attendant assaulted me, everybody. This flight attendant assaulted me. She put her hands on me. It doesn't give you the right to put your hands on me. It doesn't. You can't tell me not to record.
After landing, Peter Nguyen wasn't done. On his now private account, he posted a follow-up saying, "Justice is about to be served." He claimed American Airlines mistreated him and demanded an internal investigation. In the comments, he blamed nicotine withdrawal for vaping mid-flight, trying to justify his actions. But this only made things worse. Screenshots of the post quickly circulated, and people roasted him even harder. One user wrote, "You broke the law and now want justice? Sit down." Others mocked his attempt to twist the narrative, calling it classic influencer manipulation. Instead of gaining support, Nguyen lost what little public goodwill he had left. It was clear his social media strategy completely backfired. Rather than painting himself as a victim, he cemented his image as another entitled internet celebrity who thought rules didn't apply to him. Once the video hit social platforms, the backlash was brutal. Users across X, TikTok, and Reddit didn't hold back. One viral comment read, "Ban him for life." Others joked, 25,000 followers? That's just his burner accounts. But beyond the memes, people were angry. Many pointed out how dangerous vaping on a plane is. Not just illegal, but a serious safety risk. Another user posted, "Imagine the audacity to film yourself breaking rules, scream victim, then upload it like it's a flex." Some even question if he exaggerated the whole thing to gain clout. The tone online was clear. Nobody was buying his victim act. And while Nguyen kept trying to shift the narrative, the internet had already made up its mind. He wasn't a celebrity coach under attack. He was just another influencer, Meltdown gone viral. As the drama unfolded online, new voices joined the conversation, passengers from the flight. One claimed Nguyen was detained after landing, and that the crew had acted professionally the entire time. Another said the air hostess was simply doing her job and never once raised her voice. The contrast between what was filmed and what fellow travelers described made the situation look even worse for Nguyen. While he framed the moment as harassment, witnesses painted him as disruptive and entitled. Meanwhile, American Airlines hasn't issued a full statement yet, but insiders suggest the crew followed standard safety protocols. As pressure mounts from public outrage, the airline may soon be forced to speak. What started as a bathroom vape has now spiraled into a national debate on influencer entitlement, flight safety, and the power of social media to elevate or destroy someone's reputation. By the time Peter Nguyen landed, the internet had already reached its verdict. Memes flooded X, TikTok, and Instagram, mocking his "I have 25,000 followers" rant. One viral post joked, "Bro thinks 25K makes him the president of the skies." Others slammed his repeated victim card, calling it textbook influencer manipulation. The title celebrity pickleball coach became a meme in itself. Many questioned if he even had celebrity clients or was just bluffing for clout. Influencers, YouTubers, and even airline staff chimed in, defending the flight crew and calling for a ban on such disruptive passengers. The backlash wasn't just loud, it was surgical. Every part of Nguyen's persona was dissected, from his AI expert label to his public behavior. What was meant to be a flex turned into a flood of digital embarrassment. At this point, Peter wasn't just losing followers, he was losing credibility. After the video went viral, American Airlines released a brief but pointed statement, confirming that a passenger had violated safety regulations by vaping on board. While they didn't name Peter Nguyen directly, the implication was clear. The airline emphasized their zero-tolerance policy for in-flight smoking and said the matter had been referred to authorities for further review. Meanwhile, legal experts began weighing in. While vaping isn't technically the same as smoking traditional cigarettes, it still breaches FAA regulations. Nguyen could face a hefty fine, or worse, be added to a no-fly list if the FAA decides to press the issue. Some reports even suggest he was temporarily detained for questioning after landing. Ironically, the very video he posted as evidence may end up being used against him. In his quest for internet justice, Nguyen might have just sparked a real-world legal headache. As the clip continued to spread, public sentiment turned overwhelmingly against Peter Nguyen. Memes exploded across social media mocking his 25,000 followers flex, with users joking, "Bro thinks he's Beyonce with that follower count." Even influencers with millions of followers chimed in, calling him out for setting a terrible example. One TikToker sarcastically dubbed him the hero we didn't ask for. Meanwhile, aviation experts and ex-flight attendants applauded the crew's professionalism under pressure. The hashtag #BanPeterNguyen began trending, with thousands demanding that airlines take a harder stance on disruptive passengers. For someone who tried to leverage internet fame as a shield, Peter instead became a cautionary tale. His name now circulates not for achievements, but as an example of how not to act on a flight or anywhere. The internet didn't just cancel him. It roasted him into digital oblivion. After the backlash hit full force, Peter Nguyen tried to backpedal. He posted a follow-up video, this time in a calmer tone, claiming he was simply overwhelmed and suffering from nicotine withdrawal. He insisted he wasn't trying to be aggressive, just misunderstood. But the internet wasn't buying it. Comments flooded in saying, "Too little, too late," and classic PR apology. Meanwhile, his caption, "Justice is about to be served," didn't help his case. It came off more like a threat than a sincere apology. Even worse, people began digging into his past, questioning his credentials as an AI expert and celebrity pickleball coach. No major outlet found evidence of his supposed celebrity clients. In trying to save face, Peter may have just dug himself deeper. Instead of clearing the air, his attempt at damage control only added fuel to an already raging fire. As the drama spiraled, all eyes turned to American Airlines. The company hasn't released a full statement yet, but insiders say Peter was briefly detained once the flight landed. While no formal charges have been announced, legal experts say he could face fines or even a ban for violating federal aviation rules. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, takes in-flight smoking seriously, even if it's just vaping. On top of that, interfering with a flight crew, especially by accusing them of assault without proof, is a major offense. If Peter thought his 25,000 followers would protect him, he might be in for a rude awakening. Influencer or not, the law doesn't play favorites in the sky. And if American Airlines decides to pursue action, or if the FAA steps in, this could go from online drama to courtroom reality very fast. Once the video hit the internet, it spread like wildfire, and the response was brutal. Users across X, TikTok, and Instagram called out Peter's behavior as entitled and manipulative. Comments poured in, calling for a lifetime airline ban, mocking his celebrity pickleball coach title, and slamming his use of follower count as a threat. One user wrote, "This is what happens when influencer culture goes unchecked." Another added, "Imagine thinking being an AI expert gives you immunity from rules." The backlash wasn't just snark. It was loud and unified. And even fans who once followed Peter began turning away. It was a digital takedown, and it looked like no amount of online clout could save him from the storm he sparked himself. After the uproar, most expected Peter to issue a formal apology or step back, but instead, he leaned in. He posted again, defending his actions as a side effect of nicotine withdrawal and claimed he was the real victim of corporate mistreatment. In fact, he even demanded an internal investigation into American Airlines and tagged multiple media outlets. Instead of calming the fire, he fueled it. Critics saw this as classic influencer behavior. Blame everyone else. Never yourself. It was no longer just about a vape in a bathroom. It became a case study in how not to handle public backlash. Peter Nguyen wasn't just sinking. He was drilling holes in his own lifeboat. The internet wasted no time turning Peter Nguyen into a meme. Screenshots of him yelling, "I have a lawyer," became instant reaction GIFs. TikTok creators mocked his meltdown, dubbing it the Vapegate saga. Meanwhile, brands quietly distanced themselves. No official statements yet, but his name vanished from a few collaboration pages. Even pickleball circles, where he claimed stardom, haven't come to his defense. It's a modern reminder. Clout can't save you from consequences. When your followers become your critics, you're in serious trouble. For Peter, the question now isn't just about what happened on that plane. It's whether his public persona can recover at all.